Hello, worldwide internet people. I am Sawlky, and yep, I'm on holiday at the moment. So yeah, I am sat underneath this lamp. It's actually as good as it is, and there's some cool stuff out there. I will be doing. I will be showing all that later. It's great to be on holiday here. I've been playing Pokemon Go, all sorts of different sweet stuff. I am planning on doing a Pokemon Go Let's Play because the game. There's still some people who are playing it, and me and Andreas on the channel have actually started to play it again. So I'm actually thinking of doing maybe a Let's Play series on that since I want to kind of do it again. The game's actually pretty fun, so especially here because like there's a bunch of cool Pokemon here. I have to show you all that, but yeah, on with more subjects. There's a lot to talk about here, and it's mainly to do with my thoughts on exposure and fandoms and stuff. There is a bunch of stuff that I need to talk about here. I'm gonna make them. I made them in bullet points because there's a lot of stuff that I'll need to talk about. So let's start up with a reflection of the title, I guess is what you can call it. So let's start with the first thing, FNAF sister location. A lot of people have actually been wondering if I'm gonna be playing it because, well, I played the other FNAF games on their 3-year anniversaries, which is why I'm gonna say to you, yes, I will be playing it. I will be playing it on Halloween or whenever the release date was. It was sometime in October. I remember that much. So of course I'm gonna be playing it, but I'm gonna wait till the 3-year anniversary. I have it on Steam. I have it downloaded. I bought it, but I never played it myself. I watched other YouTubers play it back then, but it's been so long that I really don't even remember that much. I remember some of the memes, like I remember like the angsty teen and things like that. The exotic butters. That's what I remember. Of course, I remember the animatronics, but there's a bunch of stuff in the game, but there's still a lot of gameplay and stuff that I really don't remember at all from the game. So that's of course going to be something that's really cool. And that's kind of the same thing with Slaughter Me Street 2. A lot of people have also been wondering since I played Slaughter Me Street 1 and Retro on the channel, am I going to play Slaughter Me Street 2? And yes, I of course will. I played the other one, so it's a testament. I need to play Slaughter Me Street 2, and I will be doing that. Also, that was also in October. Uh, but yeah, I will also be playing that on the 3rd anniversary. I do remember a bit more about Slaughter Me Street 2 though, but I'm still very vague. I watched one Let's Play of it that one time when it came out, and that was just it. Like, it's not as if I remember the game too much, but I do remember you're in a house. That's what I remember. You have to run around. I believe you have to hide from the monsters or the puppets. But I don't even remember the puppets here. I remember the ones from the first Slaughter Me Street, which was the Fall, the Greeter, the Waiter, and then the Street Demon that we saw at the end. Which I believe has turned into a real monster in the second one. Don't quote me on that though. I don't remember exactly, and I don't want anything spoiled either. Um, but one thing I will have to say about that though is that I do remember that there is a Seeker who I believe looks like the follower, and then there's some. Yeah, I remember ones that look like the Greeter and the Waiter, but I don't remember the names. And then I believe the Sesame Street Demon has been turned into a real monster there. But once again, I don't exactly remember everything about it. So yeah, that's how it is. But now we're gonna be going over to what the main topic of the video actually is, and that is to do with my thoughts on exposure and to do with fandoms, really. Um, and it's primarily to do with fandoms, because I'm gonna say this: there's like 3 big fandoms out there. There's actually 4. There's MLP, there's FNAF, Undertale, and Steven Universe. These 4 fandoms, and it's mainly to do with the MLP fandom right now. Now, I'm not gonna slam the show because I love the show. I wouldn't class myself as a brony, but I do love the show. It's amazing. It's written by some amazing people who wrote some of my old favorite shows as well, like Ed, Edd n Eddy, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory. You can't hate it. Can't hate it at all. It's a bit cute at times, but can't hate it either. I do love it. Love the characters, everything about it. It's a really good show, but what I want to talk a little bit about is a bit about the fandoms, their reactions too. Um, so for those of you who aren't aware already, My Little Pony, as well, it has 9 seasons, and the ninth season, which has recently released, um, is the final season, meaning there's no more seasons after this one. And what I kind of want to talk about is that, I mean, it was expected that the fandoms were going to be upset, they were going to be sad about it, and that's to be expected because that's with every fandom. If like a show ends, of course, the fans are going to be upset about it. Uh, but you kind of have to remember as well that, that's what happens, you know? Um, every single show out there can't continue on forever. As many people will tell you this, all good things have to come to an end. And that line is actually true. As much as you don't want to believe it, it is sadly true. And the same thing applies to MLP. It is now pretty much ended because this was the final season. And obviously, the fans' reaction were upset, as I said. But one thing you have to remember is that Hasbro has made many different shows and shit like that. You have to remember that. And with MLP, they've now ended it, so they could easily go on and make a different show that is equally as good, maybe even better in your eyes. There's obviously also gonna be people who think it sucks, but then they're gonna make more shows. Obviously, Hasbro's a big company. They make a lot of different shows and shit like that. And the writers of MLP, I'm sure they're gonna make something different down the line. I'm sure they will. There's gonna be something. I'm absolutely sure of that. So can't be too scared of that. Um, and plus, what I do want to say is the old MLP shows from like the 80s and the 90s, I believe. Those things, there were also different My Little Ponies, which had different pony characters. But then in 2010, I believe it was, they launched the current MLP, which is Friendship is Magic, and people liked that a lot more than back then. So what I'm saying is they could make a different My Little Pony. That was better than that. Probably not pop. They probably won't do that actually because, well, let's just face it. This was the most popular phase or time period of MLP. The most popular generation, I guess I could say, of MLP. And I think people would just be upset if they made new ponies and and brand new MLP type. So I don't think they're gonna do that, but it is possible. Anything is possible. But now I kind of also want to talk about something different. Season 3 of MLP was originally going to be the final season. That's also the reason why there's only, I believe, 12 episodes. There's less episodes in that season as opposed to the other season, which had like, can't even remember, like 25, 26 episode? I'm not exactly sure. But I'm gonna say that was supposed to be the final season, but due to the demand of the fans, they continued on. And I'm not saying, don't take this as gospel because I'm not saying this will happen 100%. But if the demand gets high enough, they could do this again. Again, don't hold me onto that because I don't know for sure. It's just a theory that it could happen if the fans demand it enough. But don't get your expectations up too high if there's enough demand. You also have to remember, once a show has 9 seasons, it kind of run out of ideas in the end. You kind of have to move on. You have to branch out and everything. That's the thing. When they make new shows, you have to kind of branch out. You can't stick with the same thing over and over. It's okay to like something. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's a testament to me. I love MLP, but it's always nice to branch out, like I've done. That's the thing I've done before, where it's like I've gone to different shows, different writers, different artists, things like that, and I actually like that stuff. That's the same thing with things like music. I could just stick to one artist and only listen to their songs, but I don't want to do that. I can branch out and find different songs from different artists, many different bands, many different music groups, and I like them. So yeah, and the same thing can apply to shows, games, movies, anything at all. That applies to many things. You have to branch out. YouTubers as well. The list goes on. You know, there's many different ones that you can watch, and with MLP, I kind of feel like these people it's absolutely fine to like it. And it would be great for them to continue it. That is, if they have great new ideas and all that, then I'd like to see it. But really, only if they could do that, if they could implement brand new, great and original ideas, so you can't see that they've come to scrape the bottom of the barrel as far as ideas go, because that's the thing. You may want the show to continue, but if they've come so low that they have to scrape the bottom of the barrel in order to continue on and get new ideas, then I think it's better to just leave it where it is and not go ahead and fuck the rest of it up. I think that's a better idea, because I don't want the show to get ruined because of that. And some will say that it already has been ruined because of the fandoms, but every fandom has its bad side, just like all of life. All of life has its terrible sides, and you're just gonna have to ignore the toxic side if you don't want to go there. And also, like, let them do their thing. Like, there's Rule 34, which is a whole new level, I guess. But just let them do their thing. Don't judge them for what they like, what they do. Just let them be them. Like, you have your things that you don't want to be judged for, and just ignore it. Just don't go to that side, that terrible side of the fandoms. Just be where you are yourself. I wouldn't personally be part of any fandom. I wouldn't say I like the games, I like the show, I like MLP, I like things like FNAF and all that, but not really in the fandoms. I play the games and I watch some YouTubers and all that who make videos on it, but not the ones who stick to that. I watch the YouTubers who branch out and may do FNAF, may do MLP, maybe may do Undertale and shit like that, but they're still branching out. They're not just sticking to one thing. And that's why I believe with MLP, it's a good thing for them to do it. If they, as I said, if they come to scrape the bottom of the barrel, then I think it's better for them to do it. But back to the point, they may actually continue the show, but that is only if they have great new ideas and don't just scrape the bottom of the barrel. In my personal opinion, that's the best thing. Um, but yeah, that's as far as that, which makes me segue on to the next thing. That is, take this as your advice, that if you have maybe a series on your channel, you have something, you kind of want to end it, you kind of want to move on. Let's just say, as an example, you're stuck in FNAF. Everybody just wants FNAF on your channel, and they demand it. Don't be scared to move on to other different horizons. Move on, explore different horizons, do different things. Don't be afraid to do so. The real fans, or no, which I call them followers, because fans are just the people who leech off the content. But the real followers, the followers will be there for you. They follow you. You can't follow content like FNAF and stuff. The followers are there for you, not for the content of just FNAF. And they will respect you for what you do and who you are, and they come for the person, not just for the content. Which is why they'll respect what you do. They may not exactly like all the content, but they will still respect you as a person. And that's why I feel like you should not be scared to do such a thing. Just like with the Hasbro, they aren't scared to end MLP, because I'm sure they aren't, because they know they'll make something different, and the real fans of it will stick along and won't have a problem with it. Because yeah, it's sad to see your favorite show die down, and well, die down. It's sad to see the show end, especially since it's one of my favorite shows. But you have to remember that there's many different horizons out there. You will find something else that you like. Don't think it's the end of the world just because the show has ended. It's not. It really isn't. And I'm not saying I'm not saying with this that you have to stop doing FNAF completely. It's fine to still do it, but just don't make it a thing to where it's just pandering to the fans who want it. Do what you want to do as a creator. Do what you want to do. Don't let the audience decide what your fate is, I guess. Don't let them decide what you're doing on your channel. Let yourself decide, because I believe in you, and there will be people who will watch it if they really come for you. That's the thing. They will, if they come for you, they will be watching it, and that's why I've moved on from FNAF and things like that. I was stuck in the plush stuff for a while because I pandered to the audience, but just don't pander to the audience, and just do your own thing. That's basically the moral of the story here. And I think I've said just about enough in this video, so therefore I'm going to be leaving it here. Just remember, I believe in you. Do your own thing. Peace out.